Vacancy with Alibaba. It's been nearly a year that I've been saying that I want to discuss a very important part of the program, Vacancy. And today, I'm very happy to say that I'm very happy to say that we're going to go into this topic and we'll exhaust it totally so that people can see the job opportunities and the potentials of the entertainment or creative sector. Today, I'll deal with just one of them, but there's several other sectors of the entertainment business or creative sector, business that throws up a lot of opportunities for people to participate in. The entertainment industry has music, movies, comedy, dance, plus the distribution, the marketing. It has fashion. It has a lot of the segments that can actually make an economy thrive. There are sectors of certain countries that actually are driving a lot more money to the GDP, or contributing a lot more to the GDP than even oil. There are certain countries that it's only the IT sector that is driving the amount of money that is even more than what we get from oil. In entertainment as well, the entertainment in the United States actually makes a lot more than we make from oil. Sometimes a movie might make more than the money a whole of a kitty will make in a year or spend in a year. And so what is happening? The labor market there begins to make us beg the question, why is it that things are not being done to make the entertainment industry in those places, or in Nigeria as it were, drive the employment program and projects of the country? So, like I said, there's music, there's movies, there's comedy, there's tourism, and all of this is just tied to the creative industry or the entertainment industry. And what I will do today is I'm going to just mention some of the segments and some of the employment opportunities of the creative sector, and I'll be focusing on the movies. Next week, I'll do music, and then the week after that, I'll do comedy, so that people can see the value propositions that are in this sector. After this break, when we come back, I'm going to go straight into music and movies, and I'll tell you all the sectors, all the job opportunities that are available in that sector. There are people who, when you hear of the names of Steven Spielberg, you're watching series, you're watching any television production, you do not know how many people. Like here, I'm just the man in front of this camera, just like your newscaster is just the one in front of the camera. I am one person. There's somebody who does lights, the cameramen, the floor managers, the graphic designers, there are directors, there are audio people, all of these people, set designers, everybody working. So you just see one person and think that's all. No, behind the scene, the strength actually of broadcasting or entertainment or movies is the people that work behind the scene. When I come back, we'll be taking one after the other, the segments and the labor market and the huge job opportunities that are available in the entertainment industry with focus on movies. I'll be right back. And so we're talking about the job opportunities in the creative industry, and with special focus today on movies. Like I mentioned, music will be next, and that will be next week. But for this week, we're focusing on the movie industry. Scripts are what some of the movies that you see are translations of. The scripts have to be written, and the scripts come from script writers. These script writers get paid. The quality of the script writing determines the amount that is paid to the script writer. Even if it's just a documentary, the script has to be done by a professional. They're professional script writers, they're professional storytellers. Sometimes you have somebody who tells a good story or has a good story, but the story then needs to be translated into a screenplay. And so you have the screenplay writers, and then you have the script writers. All of these people then sit down and give strength and wings to the story so that when the director begins to work, it's easy for him to achieve what is written in the story or the storyline. Then you have the directors. The directors are the ones that call the shots. So you have the director of photography, you have the director of the movie itself, you have the line director, you have the artistic directors. All of these directors, some of them even double as producers, but they're separate. Your producers and your directors are also people who work behind the scene to make sure that a movie comes out proper. Now, audio. There's sometimes you watch a movie and you complain that, oh, the voice was not clear, the audio was not clear. See, the audio people are different from your sound effect people. The sound effect people are the ones that make the sound of the car come out live, like it was done. So if the glass breaks, the sound that you hear is probably not the sound of the glass, really. It's the people who are in charge of sound that make sure that the effect comes across to you. So you're watching a movie and a bullet is shot, a gun is shot and the bullet goes out. The sound that you hear from that bullet is brought to life by the people who work in sound department. The audio guys are the ones that put the mic and everything on so that you can hear. So it's either the boom mic or like right here, I need just so that you understand what I'm talking about. Can one of my cameras just pick this mic on top here? This mic here. Which of my... All right. So, you see, this microphone was set up by someone who works in audio so that even when if my body mic fails, you still pick the audio from this one so you don't lose, because sound is very important. That's why you find that some people go to interview a big man, and when they finish the interview, they get back to the studio and find out that they didn't get sound. So all of that interview would have been wasted. The importance of an audio crew cannot be overemphasized, which is why the microphone has to be checked, the talkback system has to be checked so that when the person, whoever is on the set, can be spoken to or told what to do. The other thing is continuity. Sometimes when you're watching a series or even a normal movie and somebody drinks from this glass and drops the glass, there are certain people, their own is just to see the bad part of that movie. They are watching the movie and you hear, oh, how can somebody have drank and dropped the glass here, and the next time they are shooting, the glass is like this? You know what? The continuity people are the ones that make sure that that happens. There was a particular movie in Nigeria that was shot where a lady came on the scene and was talking to a secretary. When she finished talking with the secretary, apparently they didn't finish shooting that day and they shot at another day. When they shot another day, the lady that was wearing a look-out now had long hair. The continuity missed that. So your continuity is as vital to a movie production as the director. So some of these are jobs that people do. So people who have eye for details are people who then work in continuity department. Your cameraman, the fact that someone knows how to handle a camera is not the end of production. The cameraman plays a beautiful role, which is why you have a director of photography. The director of photography can call the shots, he can direct and tell people what to. So sometimes he comes and looks at it and says, we need a shot from this angle, we need a reverse shot from here, you can't cross the lines, you can. And so when he finishes that, he then tells the cameraman what to do. Sometimes you find the director of photography who also mans one of the cameras. All right? Now, you have the makeup artist. Sometimes you see blood stains on a shirt. And when they shoot continuously for maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you still continuously see that same part. So you watch some movies, the guy was sweating heavily on his shirt in a movie. And then when they cut to another conversation, the shirt is dry. Continuity and makeup artists are the ones that then make sure that what amount of sweat is on that shirt is the same amount of sweat that is in another shot. So some of these people are very important in making sure that your movie comes out right. Then you have the costumier. Your costumier is the one that can define the way the story is told, especially if it is time-bound. So there's no reason for me to say somebody is walking down the street and you ask the person, how do I get to number 24 at DBC Street? And the person says, oh, if you go to so-and-so. And the person is wearing a jersey of Russia, and you are doing a movie of 1995. So the costumier will make sure that everybody that appears there dresses to the time of that movie. So costumiers are important. They can also help you if it comes to clothing the person and helping the outfit of the person match the story that the person or the role the person is playing. So that's one. Then graphic artist. Your graphic artist is not just about the titles or the montage or in the movie industry, your graphics people are very important. They give credit to who credit is due. They also let you know what the story is. For instance, introducing the characters. Graphics are important. And some of these graphic artists also work with sound and the sound effects people and special effects people as well. Set designers. Sometimes when you see a movie, it is not, sometimes you just have an establishment shot. An establishment shot just shows the gate of White House or shows White House or Aso Rock. Every other shot may just have been in one studio. So they'll create and replicate what the studio actually, what Aso Rock actually looks like, because they're not going to go to Aso Rock to shoot. So every time you see an establishment shot, it could just be showing that, oh, it's in Victoria Island. But the real set might just be in K2. All right? But the set, the building of a set helps to, because it helps camera angles, it helps exit and entrance of any of the characters. And so it's important for you to have your set right. And then your set designer can help you bring to life whatever mood you're trying to create and whatever scenery. The word is scenery. Whatever scenery you're trying to create, your set designer helps you achieve that. And your set designer also can make sure that the work of the people who do lighting is easy, because the positioning of your set and where the people will sit and the camera angles might be very difficult. For instance, as we're sitting here, we have 3 cameras. And there's a camera here. There's another one right in front of me here, and there's a third one here. There's some people who even do a 5 or 4 camera shoot. They have a camera that is roving. That one goes up and down and takes every shot. If the set is not done in a way that, where's mine? Okay, that's mine. If the set is not done in a way that the cameras can rove, you will not get good shots. All right? Lighting. You see, the job of a lighting man is even more important sometimes to the director than the script, because the director wants to get good quality pictures. He doesn't want to see shadows. You find that most times the lighting people will make sure that either the scene creates, so the lighting people can make the mood or create the mood for a production. When I come back, I'm going to be talking about the people who are your line directors, the people who do welfare, people who do electricals, original music score, management, marketing, and a lot more. We'll be right back. There's opportunity. There are opportunities in the entertainment industry, and we just want you to know that. We'll be right back. creative industry and the job opportunities in the creative industry, and I've been listing some of the jobs and the careers that you can pick up in the creative industry. These are the people who make the industry thick. It's not really, the people are just the finishers. It's like a football team. The person that scores is not the person that defends the goal. It's not the person that works in the midfield. It's not the one that makes sure that passes are strong properly across and the goalkeeper scores. Because if you score 4 goals and the keeper lets in 5, then your team will lose. So the people that work behind the scene, I was just mentioning them, from script writers to screenplay writers to directors, audio, continuity, cameramen, videographers, makeup artists, costumiers, graphic designers, set designers, special effects people, lighting, and then grips. A lot of people, and one of those other things, I had worked as a floor manager in NTA, and back then, some people, the floor manager is different from your continuity person. Laya Rasomi told me to be a floor manager, and I used to see people do it, and I thought it was just to, but after a while, it looks like you are the director on set. When the director is inside the booth, you then become the director on set. So those are very important people. Then line directors are the ones, when you have a series, your line director is very important because he's like the CEO of the production. These days, video, to have a career as a videographer, a cameraman, it's important, and a lot of them are making so much money. You can actually be a videographer for a movie and then gradually begin to be the one that makes a lot of money, like Clarence Peters, who makes money from shooting music videos, and I've not seen him shoot a movie, but I believe that with the talent and skills that is shown in some of the music videos, like some of the music videos that you see on television these days, it takes a proper videographer and a cameraman to make sure that some of all those things come out. So some of them may even double as a director. And they use a lot of tools, and these tools also require professionals. I'm going to mention just 3. They're the drone cameras, the crane cameras, and Steadicam. Then you have the cameras that are on the trolley, on the pulley that you move from one point to the other. It takes wisdom. And sometimes when you're shooting a movie, you see that there's a drive scene, and you're wondering where the cameraman was. Some of these cameras use suction, and so they put the suction on the body of the vehicle and position the cameras properly so you can remotely control the recording of that this thing. So it brings out this thing live. There was a time I saw the shooting of a movie. This was way back, and it was Lola Macaulay. Lola Macaulay was working on a movie back then, and when it was time to shoot the drive scene, they got a panel beater to come remove the windscreen so that somebody could lie down on the bonnet and record them like they were driving, as they were driving. And so a lot of all this, it just creates business opportunities and career openings for people. But people don't see all of that. They probably just see an actor, see celebrities, and do not know the people who work behind the scene to make them succeed. I'll talk about welfare and green room. When you're shooting a production or a movie, the importance of the welfare department cannot be overemphasized. Sometimes you shoot and you take a break. If everybody begins to go somewhere to look for food to eat, by the time you say, let's shoot, you probably will have the cameraman missing, the director not anywhere. So the best thing is to create somebody who does welfare, provide the food for the people, and that will invigorate them. I took part in the wedding party, and it was amazing to see the level of technology, the level of detail to making sure that people are well taken care of. We had water, we had people who wanted coffee got coffee, people who wanted milk got milk, people who wanted, and they had first aid as well. So that's just to tell you that it's not about the people who you see on screen alone. There are 1,001 people who work behind the scene to make one movie come out, which is why it is important for things like piracy to be sorted out, because every time you pirate movies, you are taking those people who are behind the scene out of work. All right? The original music and signature tune of any movie, especially when it's original, has to be paid for. And even when it's not original, when you take someone's work and put it on a production, you have to pay the person. So some of these people either get commissioned to produce the signature tune for the movie or the soundtrack for the movie, and they get paid. I think maybe I'll continue I'll just round up some of the movies, careers in the movies, but I'll just say this. The marketing and distribution of movies is important. Don't forget that everybody is now saying, oh, we're going to the Film House Cinema, we're going to Genesis Cinema, we're going to... Do you know these movies now are creating jobs for the people who sell the tickets? They're creating jobs for the people who do the advertising and the billboards and all of that stuff. So music, movies, comedy, and every sector of the creative industry can create a lot more jobs for our people. I think we're running out of time. Do you have up to 5 minutes more? No, we don't. All right. Next week, I'll be talking about the music industry. I'll be looking at the job opportunities that are there. My name is Ali Baba. On behalf of INI and EVA, I'm signing out. Have a wonderful week.